time for the NFC Championship, and the road to a Super Bowl goes through New Orleans. It's the Panthers and the Saints on Sunday night.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to a sold-out and absolutely rocking Caesars Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Carolina Panthers and the New Orleans Saints. Hello, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The postseason continuing here on EA Sports, and man, it is electric in here, and it should be conference championship time.
I don't know about you, but my butterflies in my stomach, they have iron wings in this one. And every guy I've ever talked to has all said the same thing. This game, the conference championship game, may have more intensity than even the Super Bowl because you know what the stakes are. You're trying so hard to get to the big game that this is the one that's the real challenge.
One of these teams will be right back here in 2 weeks for Super Bowl 58 as we are underway from New Orleans. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
And just in case you didn't know in the days leading up to the NFC title game, you definitely know now. No rookie quarterback has ever won the Super Bowl. But this is getting towards uncharted territory. This is a monster deal. If this offense believes in it, which I believe that it does, they can be the ones to break that streak. And having spent time around this team, I'm starting to believe they're going to get it done.
And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He'll drop to throw. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw. And pressure coming, and they got it once again. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. Here's Johnny Hacker now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. A terrific return there, 27 yards all told. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So here are the Saints now with great starting field position. And they will be led out by the youngster, the rookie, their QB.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Michael Walker there to bring him down. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Brian Burns. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
In every game, we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So, Charles, this a defense that hasn't made a lot of mistakes like this on the road to this playoff matchup, but that a bad one there.
Yeah, you definitely want to rattle and shake up the other quarterback, but you know you've got to do it the right way. Otherwise, that cloth's going to be on the ground.
Now we'll pause for an injury here. That's George Pickens, the receiver who's in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Quick hitter here, it's complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and now it's 3rd and 3. He'll look to throw. His pass caught at the 4. And the Saints are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Only their first drive, Charles, but they talked to us about needing to convert on 3rd down, in particular not letting 3rd and short opportunities slip through their fingers. Well, they were successful right there.
It also tells you that they're successful on 1st and 2nd down as well.
And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Saints have struck first in this NFC title game. So a good job there, Charles, taking advantage of the short field. They score first, punching it in on the short touchdown run.
I love the theme there, right? They didn't have to do anything big on that drive. Took advantage of where they were on the field, took it downfield, put the ball in the end zone. The only thing big on that drive, the 6 on the scoreboard.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. On 2nd down, right back to Hunt. And only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now back to throw. Over the middle, he's got Chenault. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their 2nd drive. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD, and you get the feeling if they could score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time? Let's keep doing it until they stop us. Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Defensively, they rallied the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Back deep, Marquez Callaway. Fair catch called for. Right near the 30-yard line. The The Carolina offense about ready to go. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. And he is going to have a Panthers first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. On first down, they'll run with Hunt.
And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory.
3 yards remain for 2nd down. They run right side with Hunt.
And he'll get it down here to the 43.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
Here's a handoff to Hunt running left. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They'll drop the throw. Over the middle, complete into the hands of Tremble. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 20-yard line.
Here we go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Again, he finds Moore. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Let's go now.
They'll look to throw again. And Callaway taking it in left side. And the Panthers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Panther football to start quarter number 2 as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Hunt will try going up the middle, and he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Kareem Hunt, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers are an extra point away from drawing level. Myers connects on the PAT, and we are tied at 7. So that one a long 11-play drive. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And Kareem Hunt, the one to finish it off as he did so with a touchdown run. And he returns this to the 22. The New Orleans offense set to take over. The Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards. Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 36-yard line.
On 2nd down, Mostert. 43 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries in the ballgame.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3-and-out.
Back to throw now on 1st down. This is caught. Touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown. 30 yards. And the Saints have moved out in front. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise, too.
A drive there of just 4 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. Now a play fake here on first down. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. On the delay, here's Hunt. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and it's all. The offense on third down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been
Partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
They'll try and run for it. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a 1st down. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That's complete to his tight end flyer move. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a 1st down. A nice throw there. And this is a quarterback, you remember, looking to do what no other rookie has done, and that's lead his team into the Super Bowl.
And now you've made me go back down memory lane a little bit because we have had a few guys come close. Think about Patrick Mahomes in 2018. Second year in the league, but his first as a full-time starter. I go back to 2000 with the Vikings and Dante Culpepper. Also his first year as a starter. But this would be something I think would be very noteworthy.
Second and 4. He's got this one complete to Sherfield. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver trying to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1.
Keep in mind they can still get a first down here as they come up on 2nd and inches. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Amon-Ra St. Brown. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Saints have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Lutz good on the extra point. And it's net. Touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here.
Okay, ready?
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. When you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here, up to the 34.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. So a change of possession here on the punt. Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He's thrown touchdown passes on his last 2 drives as he begins here, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. 49 yards on the ground for him so far.
16-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
2nd down, here's Mostert again. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Here's Mostert, and he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. 2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Once again, it's Mostert. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. They give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Panthers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. And the defense, Charles, they bit a little bit, but they did not break. And then on 3rd and goal there, the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them at the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
They'll wind up getting just a yard, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Now the Panthers going to use the as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. They're going to look to throw. This is Chenault on the receiving end. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Some applause for the defense there. They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Saints offense going to head out now late in this first half. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the 2nd quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. As always, one half remains in the battle to see who will take home that George Halas Trophy and represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's look back to the AFC Championship game held earlier today. And it's the Las Vegas Raiders who are heading to the Super Bowl as they await the winner of this NFC Championship game. Now time for a check of the next-gen stats in the first half for Carolina. And they will need to get this passing game in gear because they did not do much of anything in that first half. And it's why the scoreline is what it is. Meanwhile, for the Saints, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half. Our two squads making their final adjustments prior to the second half kick. Which team will be the one standing as NFC champions at the end? To find out, let's get you back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Fielded just outside the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. And I think here with the lead, CD, they have to resist that temptation of kind of looking ahead. Would you agree?
Absolutely, I would agree, because they know the stakes. They know the winner of this game goes to the Super Bowl. And this one, it's fought from over. They were the better team in the first half, but they do know that they're facing their toughest opponent of the year. And they've got to be prepared for them to fight it out all the way and add a few extra wrinkles in the second half as well. They need to stay on guard.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains. That was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
Looking to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. Gets by him at the 25. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll run again with Hunt. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
That was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Now a throw here, hold in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards and a Panther 1st down. A give right side now to Hunt. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Handoff up the middle. Hunt. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 63 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Blitz coming, and down he goes. In for the sack, Deion Jones. Now, the number 1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry. Now back to throw. Swings this out for Hunt. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the 2nd half.
They'll set up a throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Saints are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him. And what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the 1st down. Defensive backs live for this situation. And they took advantage of the young man right there.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
They find some open field here. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 46 yards. So you got the lead here in the 2nd half. Obviously, you love big runs like that at any time. Here, you really like them.
And how about the confidence that's being exhibited by that offense now? They don't care what you're lining up doing on the defensive side. They want the big fella to carry the football and carry it often.
He's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
Delay of game, offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Can't afford another delay here as they come up again on 2nd and goal.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score there.
They'll try again. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone.
Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
It's a quarterback sneak, and he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints.
The sneak successful for the yard out, and the Saints continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
Wants to try to add the PAT. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So the drive there took 6 plays. And was capped off by the quarterback sneak for 6. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Now the offense for the Panthers here getting the football back as this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. They'll look to throw now on first down.
That's complete out right to the tight end, Tremble.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be second down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. 2nd and 6. Trying to lay one up deep, and that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to the top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
Now, with a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
Fielded just inside the 20. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 14 yards is the pickup, first down, New Orleans.
Up the middle they go with Mostert. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Second and 9. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They'll look to throw here. Man open. It's St. Brown. He's got it. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 42. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. From the gun, a run with Mostert. 73 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Didn't get to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on first down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1. Although, you know, in the NFL, even if he picked up the first down, I don't think it's a big difference because the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, not like college.
Right. If it's college football, you want to 2nd and 1 is probably better than picking up the first down because in college football, the clock stops with every first down and actually aids the defense in that situation.
Second down, here's Mostert again. And he gets it down to the 32. 2 yards, good enough for a first. A run with Mostert up the middle. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They hand it off to Mostert. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This time it's 3rd and 3. Back to throw here. Able to find his man, it's Pickens. He's got the first down and more. Touchdown, Saints. George Pickens, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Saints are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Lutz with the extra point. Increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Panthers about ready to take over. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
You've had to put up.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After review of the play,
so that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. He'll look to throw. He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. And he is going to have a Panthers first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Going up top. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack.
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25.
It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. Will Lutz now to try the New Orleans field goal. From the left hash, this from 37. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Possession of the football goes over to Carolina. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he'll go right back to Moore, complete again.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
2nd and 2. Over the middle, complete. That's Hunt. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 28. Back to throw again. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Saints are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down. They'll look to throw. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That pass complete to Moore. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Here's a 2nd and 7. This is Chenault on the receiving end. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is down to 24. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. And they will take a knee here. And they get to hoist the Hallis Trophy. Unbelievable victory. Moving on into the Super Bowl.
Only hope that these players understand exactly who's behind that trophy. George S. Hallis, one of the creators of this great game of football of ours.